This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about our Comic Capers podcast?
What about us?
Don't talk over that nice young lady. Welcome back to Comic Capers, episode 56. I am Phil, and joining me on this murder mystery tour is...
Hey y'all, it's Lil Palfire.
Because we're back for part 2 of Hush. We didn't make you wait an extra week.
And it's only 2 parts.
That's right. A Batman, only 2 parts. Get out of here.
And then eventually we'll get around to the animated version.
Yeah, on Capes or somewhere, yes.
Live commentary is a must.
I just hope it's good.
I heard good things, unlike the last 2.
Oh, so. All right, so should we dive into part 2 from Batman 614 through 619, June through November 2003.
Oh, it still seems so far, like a long time ago. We're old, bro.
Hey, Angel was still on the air.
It was.
That's how old this is, kids. Supernatural wasn't even on the air yet.
Okay, let's jump in. So, it's after the opera. This one's called The Joke. Mm-hmm. Only no one's laughing. Batman flies into a rage.
Oh yeah, he walked out last issue. Joker standing there with supposedly a smoking gun over Tommy Elliott. So yeah, Batman's just beating the crap out of him in this alley.
Yeah.
Thinking about how Joker crippled Barbara Gordon and killed Jason Todd.
And I said, I was like, oh, we're gonna bring that up? Okay.
No more.
Catwoman's the real MVP, though. She's got that bullet lodged in her shoulder. She's like trying to restrain him with her whip, and I'm like, hey, save that for the bedroom.
I mean, yes. I mean, Joker's trying to squeak out, I'm innocent. I didn't kill the guy.
And then Joker's like, dude, she's like, uh-oh, is he gonna really kill the Joker?
Yeah, Harley tries to get in the way. Batman just sidekicks her out of the way.
Dude, straight up gut check. Pow!
Mm-hmm. We get more thinking about Barbara.
Yeah.
What is this? The Killing Joke movie?
This would have been a better adaptation than what we got, but anyway, still bitter. It's fine. Then Gordon shows up and he draws his weapon and he fires 2 warning shots.
Oh yeah, because Batman knocks out Catwoman. He's like, she can't understand. She might be the next victim.
Let me mansplain this to you, honey.
Oh.
He's like, Gordon's like freaked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even Gordon's he's telling him, he's like, don't do this, gonna throw everything away about.
Don't cross the line. You won't be forgiven. I mean, if you become a killer, you're just as bad as them. It's like, this is when I really have to hunt you down because there's a fine line.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, you have thought this through. But then he's like, hey, he crippled my daughter, he killed my second wife. He's like, I still didn't kill him.
Exactly. If anybody deserves to kill the Joker at this point, it is definitely James Gordon. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we get a nice little rooftop shot of a man in bandages.
That's right. He pulls.
And then he's flipping a scarred silver dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And he says, he is innocent. Get the joke?
Jeez.
He's flipping a nice red herring there.
Exactly. Actually, you should have a fish on it. That would have been funny. Oh. I feel like this book should have been released on April 1st instead of April 30th.
Should have been. And then we get to the second issue, the best issue of the arc.
Oh, really?
Well, it does. It's big night. We have Nightwing in it.
Oh, okay. I'll give it to you then. I'll let you have this for now.
It opens up on Tommy Elliott's funeral.
The dead. Yes, how apropos. We got Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Selena Kyle, Alfred, Leslie, and I'm like, oh, we haven't forgotten about Leslie yet. That's great. And then he's reciting that poem, and I'm just like, okay, I did not come to a Batman book for poetry, damn it.
Oh yeah, Catwoman kind of said the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I love how Nightwing was like, but you caught the bad guy. The Joker's back in Arkham for like the 79th time. And it's just like, yeah. That definitely like puts a pin in it right there.
Yeah, Batman's running through all the evidence holographically, and then Nightwing literally like swings in. He's like, it's like, are you in one of your obsessive moods again?
I do love the cover. It evokes very classic, like, Batman and Robin vibes. I love it. Yeah, the Batcave is just a brooding den of regret.
But Batman basically doing a quick recap of, started with Killer Croc, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. It reaches as high as Superman, low as the Joker.
Yeah. And then, like, I like how he's like, I know you're seeing Selena. You should probably, like, go ahead and just drop that identity to her, unless, like, Kyle sex is, like, your thing, which we come to find out it might be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. After that, it's, like, Oracle radios Batman and Nightwing. And they're like, the Riddler has hijacked an armored car.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Well, I mean,
that's a Riddler thing. It's not really out of the ordinary, like everybody else.
Exactly.
So they're racing through the streets in the Batmobile.
Oh, I know, but I just love this 2-page spread from Jim Lee.
Oh, yes.
On the Batcave, because Batman's like, let's take the car. Nightwing's like, great, which one? You basically have almost like every Batmobile from the comics or live action.
I mean,
you even have like that Joel Schumacher Batmobile down there.
No, you can say what you want, but the car wasn't bad.
The car wasn't bad.
Everything else was horrible, but
yeah.
I mean, I guess I was just too old at that point, especially if you like come in from like, the Tim Burton stuff, and you would think Tim Burton would actually be more goofy than the Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't know anything about those movies, you just think the reverse.
I mean, the car was fine until it started climbing the wall.
I mean,
okay, I'll give you.
It's Batman. He can do anything.
I know. Ask Catwoman.
It's why she puts up with him for so long. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So Batman and Nightwing are in the car, and he's talking to him about Catwoman.
Yeah.
He's like, it might not be any of my business, but I think it's great. You should tell.
He's like, I want a mommy, damn it.
You tell her you should tell her who you are, even if she might already know. He's like, just tell her. No, Batman, you're right. It is none of your business.
I mean, that has always been kind of an unfair thing.
Mm-hmm.
That he knows, and it seemed like she didn't, but of course she did. But that whole thing. That's why I think I shipped Talia more than like at that particular time.
That hussy, yeah.
Before they took her off the rails, definitely she was looking like a better love interest. Just saying.
Yeah. Before she rapes him.
Yeah, that's kind of a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. It's a deal breaker both ways.
And so then we see them. They ram like the truck, the armored truck the Riddler stole.
Yeah, and then like he's like, dude, it's like he just grabs the Riddler. Like, where the hell do you think you're going?
Mm-hmm.
And then like we find Ash from a Lazarus pit.
Yes, in the back of the truck. All these other villains acting differently. The Riddler's acting the same, but there's Lazarus Pit, Ash in the back of the truck.
Just like, well, we already saw Talia. Like, it's just all this, it's weirdness.
Mm-hmm. But I just love the fight scene fight shots with Nightwing and Batman, just thinking about how great he is.
Definitely a lot of horn tooting going on, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then it's like we get that shot later. This mysterious man whose face is covered in bandages approaches Joker cell, and he's like, "I'm your attorney."
Like, what?
No.
I know. Oh, it gets worse than that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he takes off the bandages, and who is it?
It's Harvey Dent. His face completely healed of the gruesome scarring. So, okay.
Well, we'll get there. But
yeah.
But at the same time, he's taking the bandages off. We see Batman unmasking for Catwoman
at the zoo. Yeah, no, that is that was a terrible place to reveal his identity.
In front of the tiger, in front of like the tiger exhibit. I'm just.
It reminds me of Batman animated series.
Oh yeah,
Tiger, that episode. That's just what I thought of. I was just like, okay.
I mean, I hate to go all Marvel on you, but did he do that just so he could like drop the line, "Hey, face it, tiger, you hit the jackpot"?
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving on to the
next. I guess he couldn't tell her at Wayne Manor, because then be like, duh.
Yeah, exactly. But like the zoo,
I know. Why don't he just like go to her place or something?
Look, I've been on many a first dates at the zoo, and it's always a terrible idea. Well, that's all I'm saying. It stinks. It's gross. You got to walk around.
That's what I was gonna say. When your first date smells like poo, I mean, you're.
It's only downhill from there.
So yeah, the man 616.
616? What? Ask yourself, detective, who in your life would wish to come back from the dead? There's so many people, honestly.
As Batman storms the LexCorp jet while it's in midair to get the LexCorp new CEO Talia.
You know what? I feel like I should have shot Talia and Lex while I had the chance. I wonder why I never did. Anyway,
Talia head.
Ugh. Ugh, the worst last name ever.
Is she in movies?
Is she related to Giles from Buffy?
Oh yeah.
Anthony Head. Yeah, so I was like, he didn't really even have to kidnap her. He should have, he could have just been like, hey baby, what's up? Let's head back to Gotham.
I think he's just like,
he's on a rampage. It's like, dude, you're not being smart right now. Calm down.
He's like, business.
I love how she's like, Ra's al Ghul won't tolerate this threat to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then points out the flaws with the problem. They're not, on speaking terms, and Batman wouldn't hurt her. Exactly. She's like, I don't know. He almost killed the Joker lady, so
mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, she said last time he was acting different. She didn't like it.
Yeah. That's only because she smelled another woman on him. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, when they return to Gotham, she's like, Batman leaves to take care of Catwoman. It's just like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you skipped the part where Vice President Pete Ross tells President Lex Luthor that Talia's been kidnapped.
Oh, Pete Ross. I have no words. I'll just let it go.
She was kidnapped off of LexCorp 1. Oh, he wanted to be president, so before he was president.
Trump much? What? That is scary. I'm so sad he never got a second term.
Oh.
Truly, like, well, that's a discussion for another time. But anyway,
I never wore battle armor and injected kryptonite. Fake news.
I did it for you. Space Force, son. Space Force. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Batman gets back to the Batcave, sees a sword in a computer console.
Not just a sword, a scimitar.
Yeah.
I just have to put that out there because #Arrow sucks at being a comic adaptation. Anyway, yeah. Concerned, Batman hurries upstairs to check on Alfred, and then he's like, "Oh, it's a message from Ross."
He's like, he must want to draw you out of town, sir.
You're being summoned in North Africa. Let's have some fun. He's like, I think Roz is luring you away from Gotham, but he's like, whatever. It's a trap. Whatever.
Yeah.
So cut to Harvey Dent sneaking into James Gordon's place, and I'm just like, can Gordon ever catch a damn break?
In the middle of the night, it's like, well, can't you just like knock on the front door?
Well, like, what was the deal? I can't even remember what the deal with Harvey Dent was at this point.
Well, they once his face got fixed, they kind of tried to play him as like a good guy. Because remember during when they skipped ahead a year,
Oh yeah.
Batman left town. He left Harvey Dent like to protect the city, and then after Batman gets back, he gets.
Yes, I don't know why he's sneaking in there. Maybe he didn't have all the information. I don't know.
His face was fixed. Oh.
I don't know. So he tells Jim that Batman will need their help resolving the current string of crimes, and he's like, the gun that was used to kill Tommy Elliott was Jim's old service pistol.
Mm-hmm. And innocent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so
he got his law license back pretty quick.
It's Gotham. He just paid somebody.
Oh, true.
Gotham is a mess. Just a mess. So cut to Batman arriving in Africa to meet with Ra's. This is one of those epic sword fights with Ra's, by the way.
Yeah, this one Batman keeps his shirt on now.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh, they can't all be Steve Trevor.
To the classic, where's my daughter, detective?
Exactly. And I was just like, did he really just do that to her?
What?
He's just like, right through him.
Uh-huh.
And so he starts interrogating him. He's like, hey man, I'm good. Like, I got other things to worry about than you, son.
But then meanwhile, back in Gotham City,
Lady Shiva.
Catwoman's guarding Talia, until I guess Ra's sent Lady Shiva.
I was like, damn, son, we're getting all the good villains in this one.
I know, Ra's ain't messing around.
I'm like, sorry, Catwoman. Lady Shiva will destroy you.
Well, she did knock her out, yeah.
Yeah. But like Talia smashes a chair across Shiva's head, and I'm just like, way to thank a person.
And I just, like you said, Batman stabs Ra's, but it's just he brutal, He's on
a rampage.
All the League of Assassins come up, and he's like, okay, your guys can try to stop me, Ra's, or you could take the time and get to a Lazarus pit before you bleed out.
Yeah.
But yeah, then that's when Ra's tells him several months ago, one of the few remaining Lazarus pits was defiled. What? Someone was making sweet, sweet love to that Lazarus pit? What?
Well, I guess you just want to assume that he's the only person that should be using it, or whatever is what he meant.
I guess.
That would be a better, you know what? That would be better though. But anyway, yeah, he gets back to Gotham in like record time or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, Catwoman's been healed by Talia."
Yeah, but by that time Batman finds Catwoman, Talia's still there.
Yeah, she's just like, what's this all about? Talia kisses Batman, and I'm just like, damn, she's a dog with a bone, literally.
She wants to give the bone. But no, I mean, yeah, she says, I knew you were different, now I know why. She's like, the mysterious mastermind is going to try to use her against you. Is she worth it? And he's like, yes.
But he silently answers. You don't want crazy lady like going off the deep end completely.
Have you seen that skin tight bodysuit? Yes.
Well, you know what? He has a type.
Yes.
He has a type. I like that Batman makes a reference to Lucius Fox in this issue. I like that he's the CEO of Wayne Enterprises at this particular point in time.
Yes.
I enjoy that relationship, and of course, I think I really like. I do. I like that relationship. You know what? Gotham, the TV show, they should have really made more use of it. He was too young though, so it's just like this weird thing with Gotham and the relationships that I wanted to see grow and develop.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, yeah, all those prequels are always really weird because it's just like you want everyone in there, but then everyone has to be like young, super young.
Yeah.
All right.
So
next issue, Batman 617.
Dun dun dun.
Whose grave is he standing over?
You know whose grave.
No. But it starts in the Batcave. Batman and Catwoman are working on it. The computer Roz stabbed.
No. I'm just gonna cut to my favorite line, and then we can jump back in.
What?
The world's greatest detective, and you still haven't figured it out.
Oh,
Life's just a game, Batman, and this time you lose. And I'm like, but the title of the comic is Batman, so I don't think so, honey.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's like my favorite line of the whole like arc, I think. Yeah. So, Batman and Catwoman are in the Batcave going through all the computer equipment, and then he realizes the double meaning behind Roz's placement of the sword in the computers.
Mm-hmm. And then then
Robin.
Tim Drake comes in.
Yeah.
Before Damien, yes.
Yeah. Drops down from the ceiling and criticizes Batman for letting her in on his secret. I'm like, who the hell do you think you are, Tim? Like,
I know, but we see why later. But
we do.
I just love Batman's thoughts, thinking about Tim, and then Dick Grayson had left, and it's like, and then he just suddenly drops that line. And after Jason Todd died.
Dun dun dun. I love how Catwoman just borrows a bat cycle. I'm just like,
oh yeah, she's like,
you're gonna bring that back, right?
He's like, you could take that, and he's like, I'm just taking it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tim is kind of a brat about it, but it is what it is.
Well, it's just called Batman the brat. That was her plan, because the minute she leaves, Tim's like, "You think she bought it?"
Exactly. So yeah, in the streets of Gotham, Catwoman comes across Huntress, and Huntress is acting super strange, and they get into a brawl.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're under Scarecrow's fear toxin.
Yeah, because Huntress is babbling about taking money for new equipment and uniform, and the guy checked out.
Yeah. So then Batman shows up and fights Scarecrow, and then they end up in that cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Because Scarecrow and Huntress's motorcycle was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, right? This issue, it was a little creepy.
I love the Scarecrow. He's like, I don't understand, because Batman's like all up in Scarecrow's face. Like, I don't understand. My fear gas should have affected you unless your mind was already infected by another.
Dun dun dun.
That's when we get a mysterious bandage figure.
Well, yeah, suddenly a Batarang flies out of nowhere and nicks the Scarecrow in the face, and then he like turns around.
He has Tim Drake, and Batman like, let him go, and this figure says, why? Why should I give him the chance you never gave me?
Yeah, removes those bandages.
And
there's Jason Todd.
Supposedly. Oh, wrong button.
I was like, they don't tell you much. Oh yeah, I was just like, okay, so we got two weird bandage revealing moments.
Yeah, it was Harvey Dent and Jason Todd. It's like, what
is going on?
So then, of course, you're gonna pick up Batman 618 with the skeletal Robin on the cover.
Yeah. There was another like Hush interlude in Wizard Zero or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's in the trade. That's the only real. Batman Hush Volume 2. That's the only reason why I know that. It's not important. Just
Okay.
thought I'd mention that. Okay.
All right.
Almost there.
So yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So
That reminds me of that. Who was it? Is it not Kirk Douglas. Michael Douglas. That's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
They need to remake that movie. Anyway. So yeah, Jason Todd's ready to slit Tim Drake's throat, and he's like, "You're the pretender." Like, okay.
And again, Catwoman to the rescue.
Yep, drops down on top of him. Just like, okay, that's a thing that happens a lot.
And then Batman and Jason Todd are duking.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Dude, Batman stabs him in the leg with a batarang, and I'm like, damn, how many people have gotten stabbed and bludgeoned to death with his fist, like near death with his fist in this whole arc?
I know.
A lot of violence.
With Jason screaming, "Why did you let me die?"
Yeah. And then he's like, I was the one that cut the bat line. He's like, I don't think this is actually Jason now. Jason was kind of dumb.
And he keeps screaming about the other Robin and stuff, never mentioning any names.
Yeah. So,
they're fighting, but Jason takes off, so Batman chases after him.
Yeah, and then his kind of features dissolve into a river of clay, and it's like, oh, it was Clayface.
Yeah, well, I mean, first he was thinking about the batarang that took out his bat rope in the beginning, and then the front tire of the Batmobile getting shot off, the same one Jason had been stealing back in the day.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, another 2-page spread. You were not the Robin who died.
And everybody's like, "Aw."
That's what I was saying before. Do you think they were testing the waters with that?
I believe in my notes that they were actually, and then there was like a big argument in the editorial thing. They wanted to make it like a bigger event.
Yeah.
But it was like testing the waters. Like, do people really want Jason back? Let's find out.
It was like less than a year until they brought Jason Todd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they were testing the waters, and then once they saw the numbers, they were like, okay, let's make a little bit of an event about him coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Got to sell those books.
That's right. And then, so after Clayface melts, Tim Drake comes swinging up. He's like, how'd you know? He's like, it wasn't Jason. He's like, the Lazarus Pit clues led me to believe that they brought someone back, but he's like, I figured out it was Clayface mimicking, because he's like, Jason had been dead so long, no one knew what he sounded like or moved like. So he's like, basically, Clayface was copying Nightwing's moves.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, Jason was never that good.
Exactly. Unless you read Red Hood and the Outlaws, then he's kind of awesome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You should be reading that book, everybody. Anyway. So he's frustrated. He heads to Oracle's clock tower, and he's like, "We're gonna get the real brains behind this operation to solve the mystery."
But he says he has to find Huntress, but then Batman's talking about he has to figure out who did this, and Oracle's like, she's like, Bruce, she's like, when you were all injured, she's like, what made you think of Tommy Elliott? You haven't talked about him in years.
Yeah. And then that weird electronic relay device that they found in the cave.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, look who's behind the routing device.
Really? Harold Allnut? We haven't seen him since what? That last big arc we did.
Who, Harold?
Yeah.
I think
he was like confirmed missing ever since No Man's Land.
Oh yeah.
So
right before No Man's Land, when the cave got destroyed, they all dug out and then Harold disappeared.
Yeah. So he goes out there to Gotham City Bridge, and he's like, "Oh, Harold, you're standing and you can speak." And he's like, "I did it, but I needed to be healed. You weren't shelling out any good money, bro."
Well, he said, they bought this, but I made sure they didn't hurt you. But then He gets shot.
Of course, just as he's ready to reveal the name in true murder mystery fashion.
Two shots.
Dead.
2 shots.
2 shots. Yeah, Batman spins around and he finally sees, I guess we're calling him Hush now.
Yes, and he drops the line about, what is a friend? 2 souls in one body, or 1 soul in 2 bodies.
Yeah.
And go with that number 2.
That's a shame, though. I was really sad that Harold died. And
I know.
Like, I remember him from the Penguin Affair. That was like 200 issues ago. Why would you do this?
All that pre-Nightfall stuff, you know.
Yep. And then this issue had the flashbacks from 408, 608, and 610. I was just like, do we really need that big of a recap? Oh, and then also, did you notice when he meets Harold, they're on Michelli Drive? Like, I think that's a reference to David Michelli, the artist on Batman Year One.
And
then it's also you can see Infantino Parkway, I believe, as well.
Nice.
I was just like, oh, that's cute. I like when they do that. That's fun. So, all right. But then grand finale.
Yeah, the big fight between Batman and Hush, and he's
the end. How apropos.
Yeah, I know. He's like going through everything in his head about, you know, how he's been working his villains. And
this cover, by the way, is super great. I just wish that new logo thing wasn't behind them.
Oh yeah, because you get
then it would be perfect. Then it's poster time.
I think haven't they made a poster of this?
I think they have.
But yeah, Jim Lee art's always good.
Yeah, and I know this one actually has a variant, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, at least one.
Yeah, it's just one. They had restraint back then. Or is it from the second printing? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the second printing. It's not an alternate cover, but on the second printing, they do change the cover. And it's to have all the villains on it. Yeah. And then there's a third one, too. It's another one with Batman fighting the villains that were featured in this one. That's the one that I have. So anyway, yes, the end, finally.
So Batman's going through his head, you know, my enemy's a marksman. Who is it? Could it be Deadshot? No. He's like, he wears a generic trench coat.
Yeah, like Batman literally doesn't have any idea. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not being a great detective, are you?
But then he sees Tommy Elliott's necklace around his neck.
He's like,
he grabs it. He's like, where'd you get this? And then the masked figure says, he's like, I told you once I'd give it back. You'd give it back or I'd hurt you so bad.
Whoa.
Bruce.
And then it's just like, oh, Clayface again. So apparently Hush is Tommy, and Tommy wanted revenge on the Wayne family.
Well, yeah, because I think, you know, Bruce is like, oh, I'm sorry my dad didn't save your father. And he's like, no, that's not the problem. It's like, let my mother live.
You're like, whoa. Because he staged the car accident.
He cut the brakes. Yep.
He couldn't wait for the damn inheritance money. They were like 12.
I know.
Ugh. Yeah, so Gordon and Harvey Dent arrived to give Batman backup. And you're just like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, because
that was the real.
What?
You're like, wait, so that was actually the real Harvey Dent.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what?
This is bull crap. Yeah, Harvey shoots Hush 2 times in the chest, and Hush falls back into the bay. And then Gordon has to arrest him. And I'm just like, what?
But I mean, Tommy Elliott was doing a lot of surgical stuff. I mean, we find out he's the one who fixed Harvey Dent's face. He fixed Harold.
I know. And so then it's like over the night, it takes Batman 2 weeks to put together Elliott's actual plan. So yeah.
Oh, and then remember that line about Jim Gordon's gun being used to shoot the Tommy Elliott.
Yeah.
After Harvey Dent puts 2 in Hush, Jim Gordon's like, here, give me that gun. And Harvey Dent says, okay, fine, it's yours anyway.
Exactly.
How many bodies on that gun?
You don't want to know. They also never found his body after they swept the river, so it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
But we never saw him again.
Let me see Catwoman and Huntress on a rooftop.
It's like, are you guys gonna kiss? Is that gonna be a thing?
Whoa, little Hellfire fan fiction.
I mean, there's worse pairings.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So
Then we get Superman in the Batcave talking to Batman.
it's always so awkward. Is it just me?
A little bit.
It's just like, what? No, go to the rooftop. I don't want to see you in the Batcave. Like, I like their team ups, but it's just something weird about seeing Superman in the Batcave, or like he's talking to Alfred or something. It's just like, y'all ain't really that close, like low key. Y'all like frenemies.
It's always weird. Like, thanks for the tea, Alfred.
I know. It's just, I don't know.
But yeah, then we find out the hidden relay that Harold built was used to flash subliminal messages every time Batman looked at the computer to think about Tommy Elliott. Talk about it.
Yeah, so that answers that question, Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the real mastermind because the trail leads to Arkham Asylum, as it always does. And he finds out that the Riddler's been pulling the strings the whole time.
Yeah.
The Riddler.
Because what was it? He was dying
of terminal cancer.
So
I'm like, who are you? The clock king? Like, come on, get your own damn storyline.
But it gave him clarity, and he solved the greatest riddle of all. Right, Bruce?
I feel a bout of amnesia coming on. But so yeah.
I feel that Osborn syndrome about to hit him.
Definitely. So he used the Lazarus pit to save his life. And, of course, the temporary insanity caused by the pit is what... I'm like, how does insanity... Never mind.
I don't know. But I just love Batman. He's like, you're not going to tell anyone who I am. He's like, what's the worth of a riddle that everyone knows the answer to?
Exactly.
Nothing.
So he met Tommy when he was researching his illness, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, let's do this."
You hate Batman, me too.
I mean, that's all of Arkham. I think that's the support group in Arkham. We hate Batman.
Mm-hmm. But then he even asked Riddler. He says, "Why the Jason Todd thing?" And he says, "Well, what's Batman's greatest defeat?"
True.
And it's not here, but I think it was somewhere else. Was it on the last page? I think he even says something. He's like, the Joker didn't even want in until we mentioned the Jason Todd joke. Then he was all in.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. But meanwhile, Jason's grave is empty.
Yeah, but also I thought it was nice that Batman buries Harold on that hill near Wayne Manor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like by his parents.
Yeah.
Thanks.
She approaches him, also expecting to kiss him, and mutters the word "hush."
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, "Aw."
He's like, "Why'd you say that?"
She's like, "Oh well. One day you'll learn to trust somebody for the people, that whole thing."
You're broken.
I was just like, "Damn it, man! Can't be teasing my Bat Cat like that."
I know. Well, she knows his identity, so it was still on the table.
Oh, we do see him again. It's in Gotham Knights 50. Yeah. Hush.
Oh yeah, he comes. Oh yeah, he comes back.
Yeah. I just remembered that. I was just like, oh wait, we do see him again.
Oh yes.
That one wasn't as good to me, but this was a pretty cool storyline. I like how they kind of use all the cool villains that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But the Riddler was the one where I was just like, oh.
Well, they had that storyline too. It was right before Batman R.I.P. and Detective. I think it was like the one leading up to, was it 850 or something, where like Hush like takes Catwoman's heart out.
Oh yeah. That one was good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because after a while, Hush did he do the surgery himself on his own face? He makes himself look like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he did the surgery on himself, and I'm just like, I don't know how that works.
I mean, talk about obsessed.
There's a thin line between love and hate. That's all I'm saying.
It worked quite well when Bruce Wayne went missing. So like Dick and Tim just like had a Bruce Wayne lookalike. They're just like, oh yeah, you're gonna go out there and have a night on the town so people don't realize Bruce Wayne and Batman are missing.
Or they could just pull what they did in the animated series and have Alfred in really super hyper realistic mask and makeup be him.
Or Dick Grayson on stilts.
Oh my God, yes, I petition for that. So no, all in all, a pretty good introduction to a villain that we'll see a few more times. Yeah. Jeff Loeb, he loves the long game. And like for me, it doesn't feel like it dragged out too long.
No. I don't know. It's just like.
But the Riddler, like I can't with the Riddler. Like I'm so disappointed with the Riddler being the mastermind. Like not the Penguin, not the.
Oh yeah, we didn't get Penguin this time, did we?
He was busy. But yeah, I think he was the only one that was like really missing.
Yeah, well, he was the only one who was like acting normal, supposedly.
Yeah. But yeah, I give this a solid A-. I love the art. I love the arc. It's cool. It has some rereadability.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it definitely does.
With a little bit of character development, but like I said, the end is just so heartbreaking for my Batcat shipping heart. It really is.
I mean, it's kind of good for new readers too, because if you like haven't really read much Batman, it gives you kind of a crash course in like all these Batman characters.
Yep.
But no, I'll probably go straight A.
Cool beans. I'm the critic. I'm the tough one.
I know A-, so tough.
So yeah, we are officially finished with Hush of the comic book arc, but be on the lookout for when we actually do Hush, the animated movie, live commentary. See if we can rope old Professor Esser in on it.
Nice. And the rest of this month, we'll be doing, you'll get 2 Wade's Worlds, and then starting in August, we'll start our 3-part coverage of the original Crisis on Infinite Earths. Get
ready.
You guys ready for the fall?
Arrowverse is doing something huge.
Yep.
God, 5 hours? That's crazy.
Yeah, but spread over the break though too.
Stupid. Hashtag still better.
Trying to get those, end of the year ratings and beginning of the year ratings a little.
I know. Because for real, every year I always read their back art feels like, hey, we got to do this. I'm like, what? It was on?
It's already mid-January.
I know.
I was drinking in December. Now all of a sudden it's January.
Exactly. So, yep, I'm excited for the Crisis stuff, though.
Heck yes.
The Batwoman stuff especially, actually.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
So, with that said, hit them with the shameless plugs.
All right, everyone. Send us your thoughts. Like we said, next time, the next 3 episodes of Comic Capers, you're going to be getting Crisis. So send us your thoughts on that monumental storyline, Capes and Lunatics at gmail.com. Follow Comic Capers on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram. The voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And go check out capesandlunatics.org. It's a work in progress. Tommy Elliott's working on it as we speak.
Yeah, I got to take the bandages off.
And Loth, where can people find you?
Oh, God. If you nerds want to fight with me on the internet, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. And from my Capes and Lunatics and Sidekicks peeps, you can find me at Lilith Hellfire 69 on the gram.
Duh.
All right, everyone. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for solving this mystery with us.
Do you think it was actually solvable, though?
I don't know, because again, it's like, were they
like
going
the Tommy Elliott thing, yes.
Yeah.
But the Riddler thing, I don't think was.
And were they going to go full Jason Todd? I don't know. And then they change their minds. Who knows? Only Jeff Loeb knows for sure. Call us.
Somebody get Jeff Loeb on the phone, Philip.
Oh, yeah, that'll be easy.